Namaste and welcome to this session. Today we'll be discussing about how to write press release, and for this we'll be visiting the Embassy of Nepal Washington DC website. In this website they have released a press note on Honorable Finance Minister's visit. So this is very important topic for many competitive exams. So with these guidelines you can tackle the question related to press release. Hopefully your writing skill will be enhanced after visiting and after reviewing this video. So without further delay, let's begin the video. So press release on Honorable Finance Minister's visit, October 13, 2022. Finance Minister Honorable Janardhan Sharma on 12th October chaired the 53rd Joint Governors Annual Meetings of World Bank Group and the IMF of Southeast Asia Constituency in Washington DC and deliberated on the multiple global economic challenges facing the member countries while stressing the need for scaling of financing to vulnerable countries like Nepal to address their developmental and climate change challenges. So, in this first line, they just have mentioned what is the date of visit, what is the topic of discussion, and what is the place for visit. So just these are the three components that should be included in first line. Now Minister Sharma also chaired the executive dialogue session of annual meetings on scaling of financing for climate change mitigation and adaptation, where the member countries shared their interests and concern in tackling climate challenges in the region. So basically, the topic and the agenda for discussion is climate change, that is the global issue. So, in this meeting, also, the climate change issue has raised by many diplomatic personnels, including Nepal. So, on the first day, the finance minister and His Excellency Samantha Power, Her Excellency Samantha Power, Administrator of USAID, held a meeting on Washington DC in latest office and exchanged the view on further strengthening bilateral development cooperation between Nepal and United States. This is the common line. You can use this line in any diplomatic note or in any diplomatic press release. So during the visit, appreciating the long-standing U.S. support in socio-economic development of Nepal, the minister stressed on further strengthening the close partnership between two countries in priority areas of Nepal's economic development, including information technology, financing for climate change adaptation and mitigation, investment in green hydrogen and ammonia. He also invited Administrator Samantha Power to visit Nepal at a convenient time. So this is also a formal line uh, of inviting the diplomatic head or their diplomatic colleagues to their country visit for the state visit. So this is also a very common statement. You can use it in any diplomatic note or diplomatic press releases. On the sideline, the annual meeting, Minister Sharma and Minister of Finance of Thailand, His Excellency Akhom Tampitiakhaisi, held a meeting and exchanged view on promoting bilateral cooperation between two countries in areas of tourism, especially cultural tourism to Lumbini, connectivity, trade and exchange in education, training, among others. So between Akhom and Mr. Sharma, the cultural tourism exchange between Thailand and Lumbini has been discussed in detail. So Government of Nepal, Rashtra Bank Mahaprasad Adhikari, Finance Secretary Krishna Hari Fuskar, and Ambassador Sridhar Khatri accompanied the minister in relevant meetings. On 13 October, Honorable Sharma held a meeting with Martin Rezer, Vice President of World Bank for the South Asian region. During the meeting, the two sides reviewed the performance of World Bank funded projects in Nepal as well as the pipeline projects. Honorable Minister, highlighting the importance of climate financing in Nepal, requested the Vice President to prioritize the fund for Nepal. He requested the Vice President for prioritizing the fund for Nepal, particularly in the conservation of Himalayas, revitalization of rural economy, and development of river basin green corridors. So, what are the meeting agenda between Vice President and Finance Minister? Is basically the revitalization of rural economy, conservation of Himalayas, and development of river basin green corridors. Likewise, Finance Secretary Krishna Hari Puskar held a separate meeting with Cameron Alford, Vice President of Department of Compact Cooperation of MCC, and exchanged their views on timely implementation of MCC Compact in Nepal. Jonathan Brooks, Deputy Vice President of Europe, Asia, Pacific, and Latin America, and other senior officials of MCC were also present during the meeting. The Finance Secretary also have separate meeting with the MCC operation head and Vice President. In the afternoon of 13th October, Honorable Minister interacted with the Nobel laureate Professor Joseph Stiglitz of Columbia University and other economists of Global Policy Development Center, Boston University. In the roundtable meeting, the finance minister of some of the vulnerable 20 group of countries were also among the participants in roundtable. Finance minister also had a roundtable discussion with the Nobel laureate and the professors. Earlier on 11th October, upon his arrival at the Washington Dulles International Airport, Minister Sharma and his delegation were received by Ambassador Sridhar Khatri and embassy officials. Before departing from Washington DC on 15th October, Honorable Sharma is scheduled to hold more meetings with representatives from other countries and senior officials of World Bank and IMF, 13th October 2022. So basically, the press release consists of the first paragraph consisting of what is the purpose of visit, and second paragraph what are the other um, parallel meetings and what is the agendas for the discussion between diplomats, and at the end what are the formal channels that welcome the finance minister or any diplomat in the particular country, and at the end the date of visits. So that's all about how the press release is written. This is so simple, so you just can highlight some of the major agendas that has been discussed during the visit. So these are some of the photos during the meetings, annual meetings of World Bank and IMF. And yes, now hopefully you will be benefited with this session, and I just want to say all the best to all of you, and please subscribe the channel, and thank you so much for staying with me. Bye bye. Namaste.